Right now we're working on putting our T-posts, which look like this, into the ground every 10 feet in between our corners. So we strung a line right here on the outside of the posts between each corner, just a little off the ground, maybe 16, 18, 2 feet off the ground. We're going to put our T-posts every 10 feet, drive them in, and I'm aiming to have 52 inches out of the ground so I can have 48 for the woven wire and a little bit of play if I want to keep it off the ground a touch, or if I want to put a clip on the top so I can put an electric strand or a barbed wire on the top. So we're going to go ahead and measure out 10 feet and then put the posts along this line. Sometimes to measure you can just pace it off, kind of figure out where your paces come out to. For me, I think that's right around 10 feet. We can check. I did. Right there we have 10 feet, and you can kind of pace it off too. For me, it's about 3 good paces, right to the tip of my toe on the last one. So now we'll drive this one in. I'll make sure I got enough with this post. Some of these posts are a little shorter. In fact, that one's too short. So I'm going to put my post kind of right up to the line and eyeball it left to right and in and out. They don't have to be perfect, but you want them to look decent. And then you need to get a post driver. This is a homemade one. It's pretty heavy, but you can get them. They're a little thinner, the ones you buy in the store, and not so heavy. We made this one out of a 4-inch pipe. Put a 1-inch plate on top, welded it all the way around, and then just put some bent rods, welded them. These are actually a little too low. They should be a little higher up because it's not balanced when you pick it up, but it works. And then you just slam it in. And kind of check every once in a while to make sure it's plumb both ways. Close to the line. We're riding about a 1/4 inch off the line. And then I have my stick, my tamping stick that I put a line on at 52 inches, so I can just hold it up next to here, and once 52 inches lines up with that, then I know that's where the top of the post is at 52, so we got to go down a little bit yet. Almost there. That's right on. So now we're right where we need to be, just barely touching the line. Good this way, good that way. So now we can pace off for our next post. And if you have a dip in the ground, say between here and the corner, if it dipped, more than 8 or 10 inches, you might want to set the post in between, kind of at the same height, kind of eyeball them across. Because if you dip too much with a tensioned wire, it's going to want to pull that stake out of the ground. So you want to leave more sticking out of the ground, maybe 56, 58, even 60 inches if you need to, so you don't have a big dip in the fence, a real hard dip. When we unroll the woven wire, you got to pay attention to where the smaller holes are. Down here you can see the holes are smallest on the bottom. They progressively get bigger towards the top, so you want the small ones on the bottom for the smaller animals. So we're going to lay it down this way and then flip it up against the outside here. So we're going to want to start at this end and roll that way. So now we're going to cut this end off just a little past the post. Right now I'm putting a wire staple just on the top here to hold it up. We'll go along and stand it up and put like 2 little things of wire on the T-post going across just to keep it up. And then I'll come back and put staples in every wire going down the post, and then we'll go to the other end and stretch. These are our wire staples. You hit them in with a hammer. They're about 1.5 inches long, galvanized. We want to put the staples in behind the bundle of wire if you can. I'm kind of grabbing both strands, this previous one here and then our new run of fence here.